For more on this, let's speak with Collins Nweke, a senior international trade consultant and African affairs analyst. Welcome to Money Talks, Collins. Now, the extension of AGOA only runs to the end of the year. Is that enough time for businesses to rebuild confidence?
Oh, well, it's on its own, no, it isn't a tiber. A short extension does not rebuild full confidence. Businesses do plan a multi-year investment cycles. A few months of uncertainty is better anyway than none. But it merely prevents collapse rather than unlock new expansion. Manufacturers, exporters, and logistics firms still need signals of medium to long-term policy stability before committing capital. I mean, there is no gainsaying about that. However, the extension does, two very important things. First, it keeps supply chains alive so factories don't shut down and workers aren't, laid off. Second, it creates a political window for negotiating a longer renewal or restructured, trade framework. For countries like Nigeria, for instance, this period should be used rather aggressively, diversifying export baskets, improving standards compliance, and positioning firms to plug into U.S. value chains beyond raw materials. So, yeah, the extension is a bridge, not the destination itself. Confidence will only return when businesses see credible movement towards a multi-year arrangement.
And Trump is now demanding America first, reciprocity. Are African markets ready to open up to U.S. farmers in return?
Well, it's probably not a mistake. It should be Africa first as well. Taib. Well, selective and managed opening is possible. Blanket opening is risky and, may not happen if you ask me, really. Most African economies still rely heavily on agriculture for jobs and rural livelihoods. Solid exposure to heavily subsidized U.S. farm products could wipe out, smallholder farmers and deepen food, insecurity. So, reciprocity cannot mean symmetry. No, certainly not. What is more realistic, in my opinion, is what I call calibrated reciprocity. That means opening specific segments, seasonal windows, or value-added niches while protecting vulnerable staples. At the same time, African countries can push for U.S. support in agribusiness technology, storage, irrigation, and food processing, not just market access. From an America First perspective, Washington also benefits if African agriculture becomes more productive and stable because it creates future consumers and investment partners. So the answer is yes. African markets can open, but only through carefully negotiated development-aligned reciprocity, not shock liberalization. So if you ask me, the bottom line here, Taibe, is AGOA is renewal, is a pragmatic pause in a rapidly, shifting global trade order. The real test now is whether the US and Africa can convert this temporal fix, because it is a temporal fix, into a modernized, balanced partnership that reflects a multipolar world and mutual economic interest.
Appreciate your thoughts, Collins Nweke in Brussels. Thank you.